Here we go, chat. Italian cruisers, newest line in the game, the Tier 8, the Amalfi. Interesting line. I think it struggles to be okay. And we have Kara in it. It is a ship. It's a Tier 8 ship. Thing is though, it's gonna be very good against the DDs. And you're bottom tiered. So I haven't played this line that much. I'm not very excited about playing this line at all. We are going against CVs though, which kind of suck. A couple battleships we have to worry about, a couple cruisers we have to worry about. But there's 3 DDs you could potentially get, although they're all relatively stealthy. So helping out and supporting a Benham is always a good thing. So we'll see what we can do. Oh, double Amalfi. If a DD gets spotted, it's toast. It's very interesting playing a destroyer versus these ships. Like, I don't know. He's looking at his own ship. It's they're a weird ship. They're a very weird class because you kind of look at them normally, and you're like, okay, well it reloads fairly slow, but if they hit you, Kara, quit looking at your ship. What are you doing? Checking out how cool it looks. Enemy force detected. But if you do connect on a DD, like right here, you and the other Amalfi just connect, they just melt destroyers. Melt DDs. 7k salvo. He just chunked them. I mean, that dude in a split second just lost 10k. 10k. They are absolutely nasty. However, though, they do explode pretty easily. So as like if you're ever playing a battleship and you see them, it's definitely doable. Also doing like I love how agile they are. Now I don't like the ammo type. I think the ammo type kind of holds them down. But I do enjoy the agility and whatnot of the ships. They hit like a truck, they do. You can damn near one shot. Now the Venom is going pretty scared, like, it's very scary to go back in your smoke like that. You should try to avoid it because that smoke is basically a giant torpedo sign. And he got very lucky, those are widespreads. He got lucky, those are widespreads. Yeah, in like a split second, that Gearing lost half of his life. Moss, we getting pushed back. Kind of interesting. I think I'd maybe get a little aggressive here. Musashi's running away. Yamato's rushing away. Eddie's rushing away. He's got the Moskva to deal with, which is kind of annoying, but I think I'd maybe get a little aggressive here. We've sunk an enemy destroyer. All right. Just make sure no one's in front of you when you do that. Because that is a thing. And that's a thing. So 12-kilometer torps. And it rolled pretty high, rolled for 12k. So there you go. That takes care of a DD. And now they have an advantage, so you can kind of go. Now, this is where I wish it just had normal HE. This is kind of like the downside. They do hit fairly hard, right? The SAP can do fairly well against broadside stuff and yada yada yada. But Musashi, Yamato, stuff like that, I really wish I just had normal HE. Just lighting fires on this, working with this DD in front of me. Yes, it can be very, very, very dangerous when it comes to friendly targets. So you have to be super careful. Like when the SAP ricochets. That's funny though. Get that torped. Ooh, you might be able to set up a nice little play on this Moskva. I feel like SAP is so underwhelming. And there's the smoke. I love the smoke on these ships. Again, I think I would really enjoy these ships if they just didn't have SAP. Nice little 8K salvo.
Torpedoes astern.
Okay, God, I was nervous. So he's pumping in a little bit of damage. It's kind of how the ships are. They're really, really good against certain things.
Smoke screen set.
Fairly weak against others. Especially going against something like a Yamato or something like a Musashi or stuff like that. You gotta struggle for those salvos. But again, if he does wreck, him and the other Amalfi were doing work. But he's moving forward though, which is really smart. You can't get that Musashi. It sucks not having that angle. Oh no, the Mosque was going away. So you do, I'm trying to think of what would be the right play. So his strength is going to be, oh, that's audacious. His strength is going to be going against destroyers, but he has to be careful of his he has to be really careful of the those won't reach. Those won't quite reach. I would probably maybe go for like the, let's let CV's just straight up not moving. I don't even know how it does against the Moskva. Now another target SAP does really well against the CVs. But always a good thing to do is to keep an eye on where, how is this Moskva just not farming you right now? Oh, look what we found here. I was gonna say, always look for DDs. As a cruiser, as a destroyer, as really anything, you should be looking at where DDs are all the time. Minimap is your friend. Minimap is your friend. Because they have a big lead player and ship-wise right now. He could even make a nice little play right here. Oh, wow. Okay, so it does pretty well against Moscow, at least. This little 8,500 salvo. Let's worry about the Jutland still. Angled away from that. Very good. Waiting on his smoke. What's his play here? One thing he could have maybe done here is just not fire that salvo, go dark, and actually get torps on this Musashi. Eddie's right there. Another good skill when it comes to this. I will be working on the Italian cruiser captain build video. So if you are interested in what you should pick for that, I will be releasing that video fairly soon. There's your next salvo. One shot, one opportunity, Mom Spaghetti. You're gonna chunk the ever-living shit out of your teammate. His expert loader. Expert loader. Is very good for this ship. So you're probably safe to push in. You haven't seen torps yet, so it's a little scary, but you straight up one-shot this guy. He's going aggressive. Okay, I wouldn't quite go this aggressive. Unless he... I just haven't seen the torps. Oh, man, this is sketchy. Oh, he goes to the ram. It's fine. Hey, easy.
Smoke generator started. Problem solved, sir.
Easy life. Okay, he didn't have torps. That was his only... Honestly, that destroyer, that wasn't that bad of a play. That really wasn't that bad of a play. That's about as much damage as he could have done right there, because he didn't have torps. So, that really wasn't that bad. I wouldn't have ever done that. I wouldn't have ever pushed in. He took a lot of damage for it, but hey, it made for a cool replay. It made for a cool replay, yeah. Someone said it does. The smoke penalty is pretty nutty for these because they are 203s, and then what the higher tiers get even higher or even bigger. So the smoke penalty is pretty large. This is one of the downsides. So that's how the Eddie was able to spot him. Yeah, I would have never made that play. So that's something exciting. The C model's like, get away from me. You already hit me once. You already chunked 6,800 off the top. He tried to give you a little tap there too. They are super agile though. I love it. Protection. Woo. Yeah, it's really high. So this is probably a death push right here. Torps are out on that.
Good game, everyone.
At this point, I would go AP. Yeah. I would probably get shots on the Eddie though. I'd probably try to finish off the Eddie if I can. You only have a couple salvos on the Mosk, but it's gonna do so much alpha damage to you. Smoke's not for another minute. Oh man, really? Just gonna give you the broadside.
Ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
All right. Don't expect anything else. Did he get it off? Nice. Gets the last salvo off. Nice. Well, there you go. The Amalfi, I think overall, very middle of the pack when it comes to. I think that's kind of like the pattern of the Italian ships in general is they're all right. They're all right. He made a goofy, and the guy rolling sideways said the Moskva is hilariously bad. Oh, you sweet summer flower. It's definitely the ship. So, not bad. Not bad. The Amalfi, though, showing off that it could be pretty solid. Pretty solid. One thing you can do a lot, and it shows in this ship, is supporting your friendly DDs. Supporting your friendly DDs, you can start off really early. Going up a destroyer, it's always a good thing to do, is getting the pattern of that. Not overextending too much, but with the Italians having the ability to kind of get themselves an oh shit button, get themselves out of some pretty aggressive spots. It's the play was pretty solid. As you saw, they cut that gearing in half instantly, so that gave their Benham, which he was supporting, the Benham can now win that fight. Any damage on a enemy destroyer is really good, because straight up gearing versus Benham, the gearing's going to win, but Benham being cut in half, or the gearing being cut in half, the Benham can easily win that fight. So overall, pretty solid play. Focused some good targets. Went goofily aggressive on that one and got the die hard at least too. So GG's overall. The Amalfi, the tier 8, making it work, man. GG's.